What's going on, guys? It's James The Yorkshire Modeller back with you again. We have issue 86 of Hachette Partworks Battleship Bismarck with this one. So issue 86, there's quite a bit to do in this one. So we get the two twin 10.5cm guns and railings. So with this one we get a few little bits that you can see kind of on that sprue just there. And there's a little metal sprue somewhere, that one just there as well, that we actually glue a few of those bits together. You get the two guns there, the actual gun barrels, the back of the guns there, and then get the railings there and a few ladders as well. So, a good amount to do in this one. So, now what I have gone ahead and done, for some of these bits, I've actually already built them. So if I show you just on the close camera just there. So a few of these parts I've already gone ahead and built, just for time's sake. I've left one of those, and I've also left one of the actual guns themselves there. I've left one of each so I can show you exactly what you're doing. So, let's get started. So, step one is assembling and fitting the vents. Now the vents are these parts on this little sprue just here that I've just shown you that I've built one of. So you get a sprue just there, and obviously you can see that I've just got that one in that bottom corner, and then you get another little kind of photo etch sprue, the same with the little photo etch part on. So this is quite easy just to kind of bend this off and then twist it, and that'll just come off there like that. And the plastic bit, just cut that off there like that. That's those two sprues done. Now where to put my glue? There to put my glue. So, bring the glue in here. Obviously these parts are very, very small, so I'll show you on the close cam once I've built them. So we'll take the two frames, 86.1 and 86.5, which are the plastic and the photo etch fret, and grills from the frames. Identify the recess on one of the shafts, 68.1, the groove just there that you can see, that's that little little one just there, that's the bit that we're on about. And check the fit of a grill, ensuring they are aligned as shown. When you're happy with the fit, glue in place. Now I've already checked these, so they should fit nicely. So dab of glue in there, like that. And all we do is we just line the grill up, put it into position like that. Make sure that's seated properly in there. There we go, that's in. So what you get is a part that will look like that when you're all done. And then we get a load more of them. So these are all built and done here. Like I say, I built these in advance just because it's a little bit easier. I actually built those while we're still living in Whitby, so those little parts have made the move down to South Yorkshire. So yeah. So repeat step 2 and assemble the remaining parts, creating 10 identical vents. So we've done the other 9, and we are now moving on to step 4. Place the forward superstructure on your work surface, supporting it carefully. The vents are fitted to the superstructure deck around the outside of the bar bits of the second 15cm gun. Here the first 2 have been fitted. So what we do is if we bring this in, you can actually see little kind of groove indents where these parts go. Let's make sure I get the right side first. Yeah, so it's on this side that's currently facing you guys, and it's around this gun here. Right, so the vents that we've got in this issue are to go around the bar bit on both sides. So it's exactly the same process. So what I'll do, I'll show you one, and then you just repeat it into all the grooves. So what I'll show you first is, on this close camera here, around the back of the gun there, you see those kind of little, there's 5 little grooves just there? those are what you're gluing these parts into. And the little grills, so these bits here, have to face away. So the detail part has to face towards the superstructure itself. So let's get this bit done. So that's all you have to do. So you can see that one's glued in there. So we'll just keep doing this and just gluing these in place. Right, so that's one side done. So you can see those all attached there, just around the back of the gun there. So now I've just got to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Right, so that's both sides done. So that's the other side done just there. So that's the vents attached. All in all, it's place the forward superstructure on your work surface, supporting it carefully. The vents are fitted to the superstructure deck and around the outside of the bar bit of the second 15cm gun. First two have been fitted in image of step 4. Step 5 is continue fitting the vents around the recess on the outside of the 15cm gun on the port side. Glue each one in place, turn the deck around so you can access the starboard side and do exactly the same thing on the other side. Fit 3 more vents around the starboard gun, so you've both basically got port and starboard, second 15cm gun, all vents and everything sorted around them. Step 2, or stage 2 should I say, on the instructions is the first heavy anti-aircraft guns. Now take the first of the twin barrels, so just let me move this superstructure out of the way there. You will be needing that again in a minute. Take the first of the twin barrels, 86.3, and fit into one of the gun housings, 86.2. So that's that one, and that's that sprue finished with as well. So we take the gun housing, which is this bit just here, and then we fit this. So you can see just in there, there's like the little cradle. Just fit those two bits into the cradle when I can get it the right way around, like that. That doesn't look right to me. I'm going the wrong way, that's why. So, the barrel has to go in basically that way around. So it's going to fit in just like that. So you can see it there. And Check the fit of the base plate, 86.4, onto the base of the gun housing. Apply a little glue around the lower edge of the housing. So if I just line this up, there's like a little pin just on that one there that will fit into the little hole just in there. That's absolutely spot on there. So just put a bit of a circle of glue around that. We'll leave that for now because that might just hold it in place. There we go. So actually gone. Oh, whoops. Let's try take 2 on that one, shall we? Once you've applied a little bit more glue, that's what your gun will look like. Now, ultimately, I think there are 4 of these. I have already built all 4. They're just on here next to Heath Ledger's Joker, so they're somewhere in that kind of vicinity there. But that's what they look like when they're all done. So I'll pop this off to the side. So repeat the previous 3 steps to fit the second pair of gun barrels to the second gun housing and fix the second base plate in place. Here's one I made earlier. So that's the other one, and that's the one there that we've just built. So just built, been built about 4 months. So, identify the holes in the superstructure deck. Move this out of the way, move these out of the way. On the port side, where the first 15 centimetre AA gun fits. Push the peg on the base into the hole, no glue is required. So, on this one, we're looking at the port side, which is the side that is currently facing you guys, and they're going into that hole there, and they're going to go into that hole there, and they just literally push in, or drop in, just drop by the look of it. So these don't actually get glued in, so you can move them, I think, but there's nothing actually holding them on. It's literally just put them on there and just kind of hope they stay where they're meant to. The second AA gun assembly fits into the hole slightly after the first one. Push it in place, check that the guns can rotate and the barrels can go up and down. They are operated manually. So basically with these, all you do is you can, if I twist this up this way a little bit, you can turn it that way, like that, and then you can move those barrels up and down. I don't like the fact that they just push in, that they're not actually glued or anything like that, because there's nothing actually to, connect them. So if when I'm moving this bit around, they're going to quite easily fall off. But hey, we do what we do. So there's one, and that moves up and down, and then just the same with this one here. So move side to side, guns move up and down there. Right, that's that bit done. Now, stage 3, the railings and the ladders. So continue on the port side to the first section of railings, 86.7. So 86.7. So the 86.7 is this little beast just here. So take the first section of railing, 86.7, and identify the fixing points along the outer edge of the superstructure deck. When you are happy with the fit glue in place, glue the railing into place. So I'm going to just have this way round just for a minute so I can see where I'm lining everything up to. Right, so it's not that one. Is it that one? It's that one. So it's actually this one that you're looking at for 86.7. Let me move it back here a little bit. And where it goes is around that first gun that we've just installed. So it goes into this kind of area here. So what I'm going to do is get that all lined up like that. Do you know what? Could they have made this any more difficult? I'm having a rant. Right. Let's get this glued in, shall we? So, what gets me on this is we've built so far with the superstructure. And now we're just going back to the railings again that sit around the bits of the superstructure that we've built ages ago. So it's kind of like we're going back and forth, and it would be nice so that we didn't have to slot bits around other bits, just to get the parts in a set order so we can build it up from the ground up, like they would have actually built Bismarck. Not back and forth and, oh, now we've got a bit of superstructure, oh, we've forgot the railings, so we'll put the railings in next. It just doesn't, that's in. Because, you know, these bits of phototouch have got quite a lot of spring to them, and if you're not getting enough glue on there, or it ain't lining up properly, that bit's in now. You know, if I show it you on that camera just there, you can see that railing's in, and it looks lovely. But I've had to take the gun off, and I've had to work it behind those vents that we installed at the beginning of this issue. Why didn't they just say, put the railing on first, and then glue the vents in place? Because if you're doing it exact from the magazine, that's where you're going to have your problem. Ran over. So the second section of the railing, 86.9, fits to the aft of the first, continuing the line fixed in place with a little super glue, same as before. So, see if it's that one. No, it's not. It's the other one. So it's this one here, I just believe. So that's that one in. So you can see there all the railing all the way around on that side. Now we do exactly the same thing, I believe, on the other side. So that's stage 1 and 2. Turn the model around so you can access the starboard side. Test fit and fix the railings 86.6 in place as shown using a little super glue. Do the same thing with 86.8. And then we're onto the short rail. So I'll get these two bits of railing done on this side just here, and then obviously we'll come straight back and we'll get the little railings done because they are on this tiny little sprue just here. So we'll get these done. So that's the railings done on the starboard side just there as well. It actually looks quite nice now we've got the railings done. I do have to admit it does look nice now we've got the railings done. Next we are going to be attaching one of the short rails A from the frame 8610. So the frame 8610 is one with these two little rails on at the top here. 10 up there. And then there's 4 little ladders as well. 3 2s and 2 3s, I think. We'll see. But it's these two kind of railing ones that we want first, because these are going to go at the very end of what the bits that we've just installed. So the very forward end of what we've just installed. So let's pop that in there just to get a bit of glue on those 2 little pins. Like that. Swing this round. Do the same thing with the other one. Again, I'm sorry if you can hear. I'm sorry if you can hear one of my neighbours doing some drilling or gardening outside. It's ridiculously warm today. I think it's like 30 degrees. Luckily, I managed to get a bit of time off work as well today. So. Because I am a vampire, I'm inside building models when the sun's out. There we go. Right, so that's those 2 railings put in, so I'll just try and quickly show you them on this camera. Yeah, you can make out that one just there. Let me point it out for you guys. So it is the little railing. Where is it? All the way that way, there. So it's the little railing that we've got, kind of just there, that one there. So that's those two railings in. Now we're doing the ladders. So put that one there. I'll just get that one off as well for now. Right then, so check out if it's right. That's that bit done. Take one of the ladders C from the frame, and let me check which of the ladders C. C ladders are the two ladders that are straight above the little railing. So it's these two ladders here. So it's number 3 on the sprue. So take one of these ladders and attach it underneath the basically what's just being created by those two railings that we've just installed, that little gap. So right, so that's both of those two ladders done. Now, step 9, take one of the 3 ladders B from 8610, check the fit on the side of the superstructure close to the forward gun on the port side and glue in place. The last two ladders B from the frame are fitted on the starboard side of the superstructure towards the forward end as shown. So, let's get to the port side of this. See where we're looking. I think that's it. Yes, it is. So, the first of these ladders will go into those 2 little holes just there, and then the other 2 of these ladders will go on the other side of the ship, and they will go towards the forward. So where you've got those 2 holes there and those 2 holes there, that's where those ladders will go. So we'll get those glued in. Right then, so as you can see, that was very fiddly, but we've got those ladders in. So that's the first one in just there, and then the other two ladders are in on the front of the superstructure, just there. So that's it then for this one. Move this out of the way, and then we'll go through the completed work. So the completed work is 2 AA guns have been assembled and fitted to the port side of the superstructure. They're not shown, but obviously we've done them. Railings and ladders have been fitted around the superstructure deck. So that is pretty much it. That is it for issue 86. With issue 87, Parts Supply have 2 more of the flat guns plus railings for the superstructure deck. So we're going to be doing something pretty similar with those. Now, as I say, I have already built those 2 flat guns. So I've actually built those 2 already, so they're ready to rock and roll on the other side. And then you've got the other 2 that I've just done one of today, just there. So yeah, that's basically it for this issue. It's nice to be back doing the Bismarck again. I do have quite a lot of Bismarck issues to do. I've got quite a lot of everything to do, to be honest. It's just obviously being taken back by moving house and all that kind of thing. And so yeah, it's all going to come back. This, like I said in the Spitfire video that I recorded yesterday, I'm going to try and go back to the weekly uploads now. So yeah, hopefully there's going to be standard content coming out just as they used to be. So guys, please remember to like, share and subscribe to The Yorkshire Modeller for more weekly model building geekiness. And I'll see you in the next video for issue 87 of the Battleship Bismarck, which will be see you next week for issue 87 of the Battleship Bismarck. So until then guys, please remember, happy modelling and stay safe.